The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
Well, thank you, Mercedes-Benz, for giving us this lounge. And thank you, Stefan Benz, for being in your lounge. You have your own lounge. Stefan Benz. From where do you live now? Are you in LA now?
Yeah, I live in California now. I'm over in Irvine, so I'm
Right.
a little bit away. I'm in my little bubble.
Originally from South Africa.
Yep.
What part?
I'm from between Pretoria and Johannesburg.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Do you go home a lot?
I haven't been home in 2 years because I'm like, I don't know, something with visa stuff. You know, I'm not a citizen.
Oh no, you're not a citizen. Maybe you shouldn't be saying this live on
No,
our show.
I'm fine. I'm legally here. I just like there's something I don't know, but yeah, maybe I
If
should.
you leave the country, you can't get back in?
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that because it's like I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I
Oh
should.
no, Mike, we're 10 seconds in, and
Guys, I'm out of here.
Stefan Benz is already very shifty.
I'm out of here, guys.
I love that though. Look, you were I think 12 years old when our
Yes.
friend Charlie walked said, "You got to listen to this kid's music." I said, well, "Okay."
Yeah, I mean, I have to stop and just say, it's true. Thank you very much for that, because forever, in whatever is to come for me, I will remember that you were the first one to have me on. I think I probably was still living in South Africa at the time, so something. It was the first thing, and I'll always remember that, and I appreciate it.
living in a country that wanted you back then.
Yeah, but
So Charlie Walker, we've known each other since we were kids.
So many years, yeah.
believe it or not. So in the music business, I mean, you're how old now?
I'm 16.
Okay, 16. Okay, so that was four years ago.
Just got my license.
There you go.
Congrats.
I mean, hitting in this business is not. It is overnight for some, but for those, and I know in your opinion, Charlie, that put in the work, that put in the hard work, the payoff is much better.
I think it's the only way. And if you really go back and look at the history of the biggest stars, iHeart plays, and you've broken over the years, if you ask the mothers the same thing, right? What happened with your kid? 7 or 8, they knew their kid was different. And they started doing the work then, and the training, and the writing, and the performing, and the biggest stars in the world. I was talking actually Scott Swift yesterday about just the journey of Taylor. They all did the work at the highest level and became long-lasting superstars. And so you have to think about in this TikTok game, how do you use it differently? How do you use it to your advantage as an artist and grow versus just going up and praying to God that you're going to go viral and be this big star? Just like you, Elvis, weren't you an intern before you became the biggest morning show in the world?
No, I started at number 1, man.
So you got to really look at it all. So we just try to practice and preach on if you can identify him, Elvis, and even Rosanna Scotto, our friend, at 12, what's the journey going to be like at 16, 17, or 18? The odds are, if they're stars, they're going to be what we have today.
But come on, Stefan, wouldn't you rather just add water and stir, and then it's all done? Big contracts are signed, and you're selling out arenas around the world.
I mean,
the answer is yes.
It is one of those things, right? Of course, I'd want to have it all right now, but it's just not the time. The time is now, but it wasn't the time at 12, right? Of course, when I was 9 years old, I wanted to be the biggest star in the world, but it's just not. It's not the time. When I was 7, I wanted to be. So now at 16, I mean, when I met Charlie at 12, that was always the plan. That's why it's never been like, oh, why isn't it happening or anything? Because the second I met him, it was always when you're 16, 17, that's when it really goes, Well,
that's now. So
exactly.
Do you feel the propulsion? I mean, do you feel like you're taking off to outer space?
Definitely definitely the most momentum I feel like there's been, and I'm very happy about that, and I'm happy that I'm able to do something that I enjoy and starting to find like a certain level of success in what I enjoy.
Well, you're going to hear music from Stefan in just a few minutes. Some live, maybe some that's been recorded.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a minute. But as 16 or 17 years old, and then 18, what is it that's going on that makes you feel like, okay, this roller coaster is going to jump. This is going to work.
Man, I've just been working with some cool people that, I kind of get like super nervous when I go into some studios and stuff because of the amount of people I've been working with that have these names and have worked with these people, and then the American Idol that I just went on, and then these shows like this, getting to finally meet you. So there's kind of like these things that are building momentum that makes me feel like something's happening, like a spark.
Right.
Especially the Elvis Duran morning show makes me feel like something's happening in my life. So I'm just blessed with a lot of things kind of starting to happen now. I mean, COVID messed up a lot of stuff, obviously, in our plan when I moved here, but now it's dying down. So
is it?
I mean, it's dying down in our minds.
I hope so.
At least in our minds, it's dying down.
Do you know what I was saying the other day before we came on here? Fans are the most important thing. They will fire you and they will hire you. He's in the fan game, and I think as you do your career, you're just connected with the fans every day, and that's the most important thing that I think he's learned since he started.
Funny you mentioned that, because I know we put a graphic up the other day on our Instagram saying Stefan Benz is going to be on, and it exploded. I mean, passionate people. You know what? It used to be in the day, radio was the only game.
Yeah.
and if you didn't have a song on the radio, no one knew who you were. That has changed, and I'm excited about that. I don't care. Radio schmadio, whatever.
No, but I was saying to Nate before, this is actually a TV show. The video that comes from this lives forever. The music that comes from this actually goes out, and it's even far more long-lasting, impactful than the moment that we're in, right? This moment becomes a lifetime. So I think, not to disrespect, but it's much bigger than you even said.
Okay.
What you're doing affects pop culture.
I stand corrected. What are you thinking, Gandhi?
You are the thing. Well, you've been doing this since you were very young, and now you're getting closer to 18. The decision-making changes completely when you turn 18, right? You're not going to have to listen to anybody. Is there anything you're counting down for? You can't wait to get there?
You got your license. That's done.
That was the biggest thing, honestly. I always say that before I wanted to sing, I wanted to be a race car driver. So now that I could drive, I'm in my car every day.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, I'm in my car every day.
Okay.
And no, the streets better beware for me because I'm all around there. But I mean, what can you even do at 18? What's different? I mean, I'm not going to move out probably. I love my family. Probably just maybe I think we're going to move into a new house and I'll just have a little bit more of my own space. I don't know. So 18, I mean, I'll probably be the same, just a little older. So I don't know.
So the family came with you from South Africa?
Yeah, my mom, my dad, and my little sister, Rencha.
The whole family kicked out of a country?
The fam. Okay. Okay. We're
One-way
lawful,
ticket.
guys. We're lawful.
Okay, all right. By the way, turning us on, this is Stefan Benz. He's going to play some music live for us in a few minutes. Charlie Walk is here, who's been in the music business since he was a kid, because we were both kids when we started in our businesses.
100%.
And we kind of grew up, and a lot of those guys we grew up with are gone,
Yes.
dead, heart attack.
I was counting it up the other day
God.
before I came here. It's crazy how a lot of our friends are not with us and how the artistry game's changed. Everything's changed, but we're still sitting here, which is great.
So Stefan Benz, let's use you. You're our example, okay? Using Stefan as an example of someone who is shining and getting brighter by the day in this business. How is that possible? How does that work? How did Stefan Benz end up doing this, as opposed to all the other artists out there who are doing it their own way?
I just think there's a difference between good and great, and I think stars are really born, not made. The biggest stars in the world. You meet Beyonce at 14. I remember this clearly. She walked in the room, and you were in awe. Ariana Grande at 16. You were in the room with her, and you knew. Him at 12. You look at him and his dad. You see. So there's a consistency to greatness, and then some of us are kind of good at identifying it early. iHeart's been the best at it. I think the people that I've worked with, previous labels, people that I'm with and involved with currently are great at that. And then we chase the artist, not the hit. The hits come. The audience will let you know what songs they like over time. You have to chase the artist for the long game. And if you do that right, you end up at long-term stars and not one-hit wonders popping off TikTok.
There you go.
Can you identify the difference between good and great?
I think you can. I think anyone can. I think it's really about you.
Don't trust me.
We have to, because it's the audience that decides. I said, the fans are the bosses. They really are your CEO that you have to impress every day. And if you suck, they'll let you know. And that's that's the beautiful thing about today, where I think when Elvis and I were doing this earlier, there was one funnel radio, and you push songs to go on that may not be hits, and it was a very different funnel. Today it really is about an audience and the fans making the decision for all of us.
How was the Idol experience?
It was pretty nerve-wracking, low key. I think I'm pretty prepared for anything that's to come after that, just because of I knew obviously months before I went on and before anybody else knew that I was doing it, right? And everybody that had to know, like my parents and my team, and then whoever knew, it almost wasn't even like they never doubted that I was going to make it past the first round, right? Everybody's like, cool, so you're going to make the first round, and then let's see what happens after that. And it's like I had kind of like a lot of pressure from people that even just expected me to make it past the first round. So I kind of the main pressure I had was just from nobody even doubted me for a second for that first round. I was like, well, what if I don't make this first round? And then I let all these people down, and seeing Katy and Lionel and Luke, my mouth was so dry. I needed some water. They wouldn't let me have the water because I had to film, and there's a lot of stuff. And
I would have crapped my pants.
Yeah.
I'm crapping my pants now.
It's a good
I don't know
first
if you know
impression.
this, but I do that daily. But wait, so was there ever a moment on American Idol? I mean, you actually had momentum going into American Idol, unlike a lot of artists.
I like your shirt, by the way.
Well, thank you, and it likes you. But going into American Idol, you had some momentum in a career that was developing. You did. I right? I mean, yeah. But
Different than the other kids, you're right.
Exactly. But while you were on American Idol, did you look in the mirror at one point and go, "Oh God, maybe this is tougher than I thought"?
I mean, I don't know. I think they the problem was that I had so much time with it in my head, right? Because if they had said, "Cool, your audition," and I went the next day and did it, right, then it would have been fine. But I had I probably had like 4 or 5, like probably 4 months before I did it. And I was just thinking, and everybody's just kind of thinking about, okay, I'm going to sing this song first. And everybody's like, cool. So when you sing that and you make it through, and I kind of built it up in my head more. And also I think they prepped me a lot for it. Like even Charlie was saying that, they're saying the competition's really fierce this year, which it was. And I might have underestimated it a little. Like I wasn't as nervous, but then when it actually happened, I was like, I was dying.
Maybe it's good to kick yourself in the ass every once in a while.
That for real.
And and Charlie, of course, gives the world's best advice, and he makes it effortless because he just knows the right thing to say because it's real. But what about like my friend Katy Perry? I know she gave you some good advice.
Yeah.
But what did she tell you? And what's some other advice you got from those judges?
So in my audition, I mean, they didn't show all of it. They showed like 15 seconds of my audition, quick little flash in the thing, and then they didn't show the next round or whatever. But in the first audition, when I was singing my song, I actually had to sing 2, maybe 3 songs and they only showed the one. They told me to prepare 3, and I sang my first song. She was like, cool, that was nice. Do another one. And then I did another one, and then she said, do another one. And I did 3. And then she was like, okay, no, do this for me. And she had me sing like this, I think it's a Shawn Mendes song or something. She had me like sing a line of, and then right after she did that, she was like, cool, let's vote. And I got, they voted. But I don't know what she was looking for. I think she was looking for me to kind of just push it more because I might have been a little bit of a comfort zone.
Right.
So I think she just wanted me to push it a little more.
So best advice you received on American Idol?
Best advice I received.
And from whom did you receive it?
I think it's probably that from Katy. I mean, Lionel and Luke, I feel like had more of the like the praisal side, whereas Katy had more of the like advice towards me, and which was mostly just like I mean I'm 16 and it's obvious when you listen to the clip of me at 12 that you played and me now I don't sound the same, so the voice changed, and that's kind of one of the main things we've been working on. So it's kind of that like the main advice she gave me was to have the confidence to just go for it, right? You have to work through the breaks. There's just no way if you don't work through those, they're just going to be there forever. You kind of have to like smooth it out, punch the ceiling every day. So I guess it's kind of just she told me to just go for it, not worry about what happens.
Well, you're about to hear Stefan Benz perform. Like boom. I love how people can just do that. At this hour in the morning, how do you do that? But you know what? Life lesson 101, Charlie.
That's right.
I mean, for artists, for anyone, people in the insurance business, people who want to raise a family, advice that you can receive from the superstars of music that got them where they are. What's the advice that's universal for everyone, in your opinion?
Well, I always say we can't want it more than the artist. I can't make him get up and sing. I can't make him rehearse. And, when you think about like Malcolm Gladwell's 10,000 hours, it is 10,000 hours of work that he has to do. We were talking about Idol before, and I was thinking, 50% of it is singing and 50% of it is being a star. It's not so. Idol somehow leans towards amazing singers, but are they really stars? When you think about the biggest stars in the world today that you see, Harry Styles Harry Styles is one of my favorites. Is he the best singer in the world? No, but damn, he's the biggest star in the world. So people want star, and they want voice, and they want show, and they want that brand that they can connect to. And I think it's a mixture of what he's doing that sort of puts him in the category to have the opportunity to play on that big stage.
But what's the drive that makes the star? I mean, what I'm getting at is what's the drive that makes the best first grade teacher? It's the same. It can have something in common and merge with the same drive it takes to be a star. What do you think that drive is?
It's called DNA.
What's that?
It's called God-given DNA that makes you great, and it's when you identify it and if you ever identify it. The biggest stars that we see and play to and go to all together across this network all had that special sauce and that DNA developed early where they can go and perform at a younger age versus in their late. Stars, most big stars aren't breaking at 30 years old, right?
Right.
They figured it out early.
Well, so if you want to be a superstar in any field, you have something in your DNA. It's in there. You need to identify it and go with it. And sometimes we're on the wrong path in life. We got to go to the path that's right for us because it's predetermined.
It's never too late. But Elvis, when were you first on the radio?
When I was 14 years old.
I mean, it's the same exact thing. He's a star. He got on at 14, but what was the road to get there from 14?
I don't know. You can't answer it. So I guess in closing, then we got to get the music
Sure.
on because we're dying to hear what you're sounding like today, Stefan. The bottom line is this. You need to take some time with yourself, get to know yourself, trust yourself, trust your instincts. Whatever it is you have that was baked in without your control, that's your destiny. And so many people are going to go from birth to grave without ever cracking into that, and you're effing yourself. You got to realize what you have.
I say it in my
There you go.
podcast. Make a decision, figure out who you are, and go for it.
Okay, we're gonna change chairs. Okay, Charlie, you're gonna move to chair 3. No, you can stay in that chair. Wait, who's on the guitar over here?
We got Mr. Dean Parra over here.
Hey, Dean, welcome. Dean, guitar playing. Is that your DNA? Is that it?
That's for sure Dean's DNA right there.
Is that the D in Dean?
The Dean and A.
Dean A.
Dean and A.
All right.
Is this going to be the first performance for you live on a big show?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Yeah, one of the first. I mean,
good day, New York.
I'm glad I'm on Elvis Duran for it. You know, it was the first for that, first for this. Let's get it cracking. So this song I'm singing actually, it's a song I've been listening to a lot. I love it. It's called "People" by Libyanka. You know, I've really been getting into like Afro beats, and I guess something we're trying to develop right now is Afro pop, like kind of having that mixture because, you know, I have the pop like in me, and then the R&B, and then some of the Afro that I'm like naturally, like culturally kind of listened to as a kid too. Mm-hmm. So this is a mashup actually, "People" and then "Calm Down." So yeah, some Afro.
Scary, you're the mixer.
Got it.
All right, you're in charge of mixing.
You got it.
So don't screw this up.
I won't.
Okay, you have guitar, you got everything going. Here you go. Here's Stefan Benz. Listen to this.
From South Africa, yeah. I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me? Now did you look for me? I walked in the room, eyes are red, and I don't smoke banga. Did you check on me? Ooh, nobody will know the paranoia. Cause I put a smile on my face, a facade you can never face. And if you don't know me well, oh, you won't see how buried I am inside my grave. Inside my grave. Cause you see people don't really know ya. They don't really know ya. Cause you see people they don't really know ya. They don't really know. I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me? Nah, did you look? I walked in the room, eyes are red, and I don't smoke. Thank you very much. Okay.
Sounded great.
Those words were a bit haunting.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I've been drinking a lot of alcohol.
I've been drinking more.
Didn't even call me.
I know.
Make me mad. I got all upset there. You sound good.
Thank you.
You sound great.
Appreciate it.
I mean, it's like velvet.
You sound great. I was just listening to your voice. I was admiring. I was like, he really is made for the radio. Huh? You just listen to it. It's
Well, my face is for radio.
yeah, true.
Stop it.
True. It
It
is.
is true.
Look, the shirt, the face, the voice, it all works together.
Oh my God. Anyway, you got to listen to Stefan's work. Just go on and find it. It's everywhere. Oh, you have a limp microphone, Charlie.
Dang.
We got to fix
Limp
that.
microphone disease.
we got to get a pill for that.
God for Nate.
Anyway, look, you sound awesome. I'm actually going to play a cut of yours in a few minutes. Is it now or next? Now. I'm going to play Fastened, right? In a second. What are you doing next? Where's he going next? Where are you going next?
Afropop, baby. That's what we got next. I'm really pursuing this Afropop stuff. I mean, it's what I wanted to do from the beginning. We just weren't sure that was the path, I've always listened to it. It's like if you go on my Spotify playlist of just what I listen to every day, like 50% to 60% is probably all Afro beats and stuff. That's what I listen to, and then some Chris Brown, R&B, Robin Thicke stuff.
Right.
So it's all leans more to the soulful, but I guess just my image and kind of more my voice leans towards the pop. That's why it's kind of that Afro pop R&B mixture.
Sounds great.
Thank you for having me.
Charlie,
That's awesome.
thank you.
So we're good. You, me, and Rosanna, we're good for a dinner very soon. So
Yes.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
I'm going to drink a lot of alcohol, and you won't even call me.
I've been drinking more alcohol.
Funny.
I know how that works. Anyway, Stefan Benz in the Mercedes-Benz interview lounge.
Stefan Benz Lounge.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.